Yes, hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday, the 24th of January 2024, the year of a million transactions per second or more. Buy BSV.live, probably the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Let's get into it. So first of all, let's go through 365 days of Bitcoin history. Where are we today on the 24th of January? What has history got in store for us today? Let's find out. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Oh, check this out. So this is obviously significant to Bitcoin. So on the 24th of January 1971, the World Economic Forum was launched. And in this same year, the Nixon shock took place on the 15th of August 1971. And also, document FCO 30/1048 was also drafted. And I believe that was published on the 1st of July 1971. So the Nixon shock is what removed all economic value and turned the entire world into securities fraud, which is what the entire world runs on. And document 30/1048 outlined how sovereignty would be surrendered, treason would be committed, and would lead towards the development of a totalitarian one world government. So let's just find out a little bit of the history of the World Economic Forum. So let's just have a listen to this chap who knows what he's talking about. Here we go.
The Club of Rome is one of the most insidious, baneful organizations in existence today, which has done intolerable, immeasurable harm to the United States of America.
There we go. You heard it here first. Intolerable, immeasurable damage to the United States of America, and the Club of Rome has now become the World Economic Forum. Would you believe it? Yes, you would. And here we go. Created on the 24th of January 1971. The most insidious organisation the world has ever known. And their whole purpose is to just simply try to install and coerce people towards and manipulate people towards a totalitarian one world government which the elites control. In other words, the eradication of democracy and freedom. Like, dear oh dear. Yeah, this was the same year, Nixon shock, 15th of August 1971, and FCO 34/1048. There we go. Look, 1st of July 1971. All in the same year. Coincidence? I do not think so. So, but also today, on the 24th of January 2008, check this out. So this was when the Bitcoin white paper was first published on the Social Science Research Network, entitled A Peer-to-Peer Electronic Cash System. Check it out. There it is. And look at the date. Date written 21st of August 2008. Hold on a minute. That's a little bit strange, because the Bitcoin white paper was dated 31st of October 2008, which was months after this. So what on earth is going on? Well, let's have a quick look at this paper. Would you believe it? There we go. So this is what was published on the Social Science Research Network. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system by Satoshi Nakamoto. And look at this. If we go to document properties, oh, look at that. Created 24th of January 2008 at 5:33 p.m. Oh my goodness me. And this has got Craig Wright's name all over it, because he was the one that uploaded it. Like, oh my goodness me. Yeah, well, as in like we've seen. So here we go, look. Document properties. Author. There it is, look, author. Craig Stephen Wright. On this very day in 2008, they uploaded Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, to the Social Science Research Network. Brilliant. I absolutely love it. Love it. So that's a really good point for today. But also, we've got some more emails to go through in Bitcoin history. So on the 24th of January 2009, Hal Finney and Jonathan Thornburg emailed. So let's have a quick look at that. Here we go. So this was the previous email on the 17th of January, where he was going on about spammer botnets, or had concerns about them. And this was Hal Finney's reply. So Hal Finney's replies to Jonathan Thunberg, where he was saying, in the modern world, no major government wants to allow untraceable international financial transactions above some fairly modest-sized threshold, blah, 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 blah. And so Howell has replied, certainly a valid point, and one which has been widely discussed in the debates over the years about electronic cash. Bitcoin has a couple of things going for it. One is that it is distributed with no single point of failure, no mint, no company with officers that can be subpoenaed and arrested and shut down. It is more like a peer-to-peer network. And as we've seen, despite degrees of at least governmental distaste, those are still around. Bitcoin could also conceivably operate in a less anonymous mode, with transfers being linked to individuals through the chain of digital signatures, rather than single-use keys. It would still be useful to have a large-scale decentralized electronic payment system. It might also be possible to refactor and restructure Bitcoin, not really, to separate out the key new ideas, a decentralized global irreversible transaction database. Such a functionality might be useful for other purposes. Once it exists, using it to record monetary transfers would be a sort of side effect and might be harder to shut down. Yeah, absolutely. He's talking about genuine real utility here. And then Thornburg continued when he said, I also worry about other domestic ways nasty people could exploit a widespread Bitcoin deployment, blah, 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 blah. Hal replied, it's important to understand that the proof of work aspect of Bitcoin is primarily orientated around ensuring the soundness of the historical transaction data. Each Bitcoin data block records a set of transactions and includes a hash collision. Subsequent data blocks have their own transaction, their own collision, and also chain to all earlier hashes. The result is that once a block is buried under enough new blocks, it is essentially certain, given the threat model, namely that attackers cannot muster more than X% of the computer power of legitimate node operators. That old transaction can't be reversed. Creating new coins is indeed currently also being done by proof of work, but I think that is seen as a temporary expedient, and in fact the current software phases that out over several years. Hence, worries about botnets being able to manufacture large quantities of proof of work tokens are only a temporary concern in the context of Bitcoin. They couldn't really do that anyway. I don't think he really understood what Bitcoin was about. There have been a number of discussions in the past about proof of work tokens, and again I think Hal is not taking into account here the fixed supply. In the past about proof of work tokens as anti-spam measures. Given the botnet threat, references are available from proof of work systems on Wikipedia. Analysis have yielded mixed results depending on the assumptions and system design. If proof of work tokens do become useful, and especially if they become money, machines will no longer sit idle. Users will expect their computers to be earning the money, assuming the reward is greater than the cost to operate. A computer whose earnings are being stolen by a botnet will be more noticeable to its owner than is the case today. Hence, we might expect that in the world, users will work harder to maintain their computers and clean them of botnet infestations. Botnets aren't really going to work on Bitcoin at all. You can't really have them. Countermeasures by botnet operators would include moderating their take, perhaps only stealing 10% of the productive capacity of invaded computers so that their owners would be unlikely to notice. This kind of thinking quickly degenerates into unreliable speculation, but it points out the difficulties of analyzing the full ramifications of a world where proof of work tokens are valuable. Yeah, he makes some good points there. And then we've got another email here from Bill France. So let's see what he said here. So he's written how@finny.org on Saturday, January 24th, 2009, wrote, so this was Hal saying countermeasures by botnet operators would include moderating their take, blah, 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 blah. So he said, if some people tell me that owned machines are among the most secure on the network because botnet operators work hard to keep others from compromising their machines, I could see the operators moving towards being legitimate security firms, protecting computers against compromise in the exchange for some of the proof of work money. Cheers, Bill. Yeah, again, that's a very good point. So he's starting to understand it. Loving that little bit of Bitcoin history there. Great stuff. So that's all we've got in Bitcoin history for today. So let's have a quick look at the charts while we're here. BSV going up from $70 to $72. BTC just still clinging on, but who cares? The transactions on Bitcoin right down at the moment, just 20%. But the block size are 89%, going down a little bit. But look, larger blocks coming through here. Let's see who's mining. Oh, look, we've got Zulu Pool shitcoining on the chain. Just simply trying to scoop up the block reward. They'll be shooed off the chain quite soon. And again, it won't be worth their while, just shitcoining for small amounts. What you want is the block fee, especially when there's 1 million transactions per second coming on. That's 60 million transactions a minute. How much is the block fee going to be then? I mean, the block fee is going to be absolutely massive. So there would be literally no point in just trying to scoop up the block rewards. Everybody's going to be economically incentivized to actually contribute towards the network and processing large volumes of transactions. See, look, Dutch mining getting in on there, trying to just simply scoop up the block reward. It won't be long before they get sorted out. And it looks like Tal and Unknown Miners might have done that. Look, the Tal and Zulu haven't really had much of a look in since block 828473. Let's have a look at these figures. Oh, look at this. Look at this. 0.2% more profitable to mine on Bcrash. Who cares? 1.5% more profitable to mine on Fisher Price Cash. What a joke. But it's 1.9% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin than shitcoin. I think that's what we'll call BTC from now on. Wow. And look, we haven't even got a significant volume of transactions on the network yet. Can you imagine what is coming? Honestly. These shitcoiners have got no idea because they're so used to shitcoining. My goodness, they're literally not going to know what's here. What's going on here? And then suddenly they're going to realize that Bitcoin is an economic model, and miners that economically sustain the network chase profit. They're like, oh, let's go on the Lightning Network. Well, who owns that? There's no competition in it. It's a completely centrally controlled network by Blockstream that can't scale and doesn't work. You've got to wait, however, you just got to cross your fingers and cross your toes and wear your lucky underpants that a transaction goes through on Lightning Network. Just hubs and all that. It's just, you may as well just go back to the central banking network. Just call a node a bank. Trusted third party. That's what it's all about. It's ridiculous. But let's have a look at look at this. Look at Tal increasing their mining percentage on Bitcoin back up to 55.5%. Dutch mining being squeezed off at 13. Zulu Pool 1.39. Other miners 29.68. Again, I think the hash rate is being managed there. So Dutch mining deciding to shitcoin on Fisher Price Cash. What a joke. Let's have a look at the it's still more profitable to mine them, but the only reason you would mine these other shitcoins is to just simply dump them and then exchange them for genuine Bitcoin if they chase profit. But what do you want? So it's just more profitable to mine that chain. So therefore you would get that token because it's more profitable to mine it, and then you would exchange it for genuine Bitcoin. But they don't know what genuine Bitcoin is yet. But you just wait. Mark my words. Is how I would respond to that. Calvin knows. Craig knows. Yeah, oh my goodness me. Right, let's have a look at live CoinWatch then. So we've got a $1.58 trillion market cap. What's happening to BTC? I saw Whale Alerts had put out a post the other day. Let's see if we can get on it actually. Where they said that it looked very much like Grayscale were moving their coins. Let's see if we can find it. Is this going to come up? There we go. Look at this. So Whale Wire had said just in. When was this? So this was 2 days ago now. Just in, Grayscale has just sent a whopping $900 million worth of BTC to Coinbase Exchange. Looks like they're getting ready to dump even more. Be careful, folks. Look at this. Look at this. So, again, Jan 22nd, so they got 9 minutes to go. Yeah, they are moving a huge amount. They did this all within a minute. So we've got 93 BTC representing 3.81 million. What's the largest number we can see on there? 39, 40 million. Have we got anything more than 40 million? Yeah, 40.75. There's loads of them. 40.75, 40.75. That's $40 million. Look at all these transactions. They know what is coming, as do we. They're just like, you know what, we'll get out now and shit on all the retailers. Right, yeah, thanks, Grayscale. I'm sure BTC is going to really appreciate that. My goodness me. So let's look at what the price is doing. Oh, it's going up a little bit. Have they printed copious amounts of Tether? Can't really look at the BTC price without actually looking at Tether, can you? Let's have a look at what's going on in the market. Whoa, my goodness me, look at that. So that's gone from a market cap of 49.8 billion to 95.1. Oh my goodness me. Almost $1 billion. Look at that. Utter shitcoining. Oh my goodness me. Look at how much they've just printed. Oh my god. So that would explain the price of BTC going up. Oh my goodness me. There we go. It didn't take long to figure out why that was going on, did it? Oh my goodness me. Right, there we go. My voice is going, so we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. That is a quick 16-minute show. Hope you enjoyed it. So remember, largest court case in financial history coming up on the 5th of February 2024. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more. And until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.